Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Friday, November the 25th, 2023. Today we are pulling from the Wheel of the Year tarot cards. So we start off with the five period. It's, I feel like, change and transformation 555. That may be a strong angel number. Remember they were saying pay attention to the angel numbers going on around you. I feel like with the Hierophant, this is like higher self, and I feel like because maybe this is where you've elevated, you've grown to, I feel like people are now asking for forgiveness. They never thought you would get to the point that you were. Even when you went through whatever this situation is, that, where you're coming out of this situation, we have the Five of Pentacles there, which is usually like isolation. I don't feel like homelessness by the grace of Yahweh and Yeshua, Universe, Divine Creator, Gaia, Mother Earth. I don't feel that. I feel like this is coming out of isolation, depression. I feel like this is when they were showing when I had a breakup and I was really upset about it and I was in my feelings and it was raining on me and I didn't even care. I couldn't care less that it was raining on me. I just wanted to, be outside, smoke my cigarette when I smoked, and just not feel anything, And I feel like this is where people, like in my situation, it's like they made the situation a million times worse than it needed to be. It's like I already had the worst case scenario happen that I never wanted to happen. Imagine if this is why I didn't want him to become a police officer, because I literally said at his family home, I don't want him for 10 years. I want him for the rest of his life. Like, I want him forever. You know what I mean? Like, not just 10 years. Literally just 10 years we were together. It was just like, even though you try to protect people, it's just like, sometimes they're their own worst enemy. But this is where I feel like forgiveness. And it's just like, I feel like it's like, like Yahweh says, like they're showing like Mary Magdalene, how they always show how women are the worst. And it's usually, it's like, shall we go into that? No. But it's like where they were showing like changing their actions. That is the biggest tale. It's like, I don't even have to forgive you. Just change your actions. You probably don't want this person in your life ever again. I feel like that it's been severed. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, why go back for seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths? You know what I mean? I feel like it's just like, fine, just change your actions. Go forward and don't treat anyone like this ever again. You know what I mean? So I feel like in that way, it's just like forgive them and move on. It's just like you've already moved past it. So it's just like this is like redundant, but it's like you don't want them a part of your life. I really do feel that. I feel like it's just like, yeah, forgive you, whatever, move on. We have the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like Venus. I feel like love. I feel like passion. They've been highlighting this for a long time, and it's like, find your passion. Be confident, bravery, courage, strength, resilience. I feel like that passion, that fire, that Leo energy. The Strength card is what was our big, card of the year. When it was like this, like 2023 adds up to 7, and it was all about enlightenment. It's all with myself. It was showing how really connected I am. You know what I mean? If I just shut up and listen and get out of my head and let spirit tell me what to do, you know what I mean? Or guide me what to do, it's just like, life would be a lot easier. You know what I mean? And instead of like dragging all the way back, like, I wish I would have listened to you. It's just like, shut up and listen. Five of Pentacles in reverse. And this is where you're leaving all this behind. I feel like someone that has wronged you, I feel like you're getting your life back on track. I feel like this is where they're asking for forgiveness because they've realized how badly they treated you, how they wronged you, and now they realize that, and the grass isn't always greener where they thought it was greener, and now it's just like, you're coming out of that, you know what I mean? And I feel like you'll be a lot stronger. I don't know if you're gonna let them in your life or not. That would be your choice. You do what you want to do, but it's just like, be on guard. You are the Queen of Cups. You don't have to be a female to be. We all have masculine and feminine energy. I'm more masculine than anything. I get called a man at work every single day, but it's like when you come into this energy where you wear your heart on your sleeve, it's to a point, you know what I mean? It's just like, I may be a spiritual person, but, don't tick me off. It's because I was talking to a woman about this. We have this fear of God. It's like, if our actions would go against God, it's like, how, like, you tick me off. I want to, like, punch your face in, but I can't because I know it goes against everything that I stand for. You know what I mean? But it's like, don't try me. Like, because you really if you really push it, you know what I mean? I will ask for forgiveness. You know what I mean? But look at the cherry blossoms, the gosling being born. We're getting this like springtime like vibes, we're getting with the Seven of Pentacles with, this woman expecting a child. and she's picking the fruit off the tree. You know what I mean? I feel like this is coming into springtime. I feel like this golden age that they were talking about, where blessing after blessing after blessing, there's this negative energy around people blessing you, because it's like they sit there and do something nice for you and it's just like, wow, this is really sweet of you, thank you so much. But then here comes the negative with it, and then they start treating you like garbage again. It's like, you know what, next time you're thinking of me, maybe don't. Keep your gift, you know what I mean, just keep it for yourself. Like, every time you try to do something nice, there's always some negative energy around it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want nothing to do with it. But I feel like it's like, don't let people change you. Just limit your energy around people, because sometimes, especially this time of year, it's really hard to limit yourself around certain people because they're quote unquote family, blah, so it's just like, sit there, guard yourself, protect yourself, sage yourself. There's no way left. You get home, take your clothes off, have a shower, and cleanse yourself of them. That's so funny. I feel like in the springtime, either someone's expecting a baby. I don't feel like this is an actual baby. I feel like this is you getting a new fur baby. Fur baby is a pet. I don't see pets as pets. I see them as family. So I feel like this is like a birth of an animal you wanted. So I feel like this is where, there's a celebration of this, celebrations with the Three of Cups, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I feel like, especially with the Ace of Cups, this is where the blessing after blessing after blessing, Tinkerbell energy, maybe Tinkerbell's a sign for you. But I feel like this is where your cup is going to runneth over. And it could be overwhelming, because it's just like, oh my gosh, like, this is why I always celebrate with Shabbat on Fridays. I'm like, I always play Dayenu. It's only supposed to be for Passover, but for me, I'm like, not only did you do this, thank you so much, you did this. Not only did you do these two things, but you did this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am so thankful. I am so, I'm so undeserving, you know what I mean? But it's like, you are deserving. Don't let people, like, even my child was sitting there saying, oh, I slept in, I'm lazy. I'm like, you're not lazy. You were up till 4 a.m. helping me out. I'm like, you are not lazy. I'm like, you're, you know what I mean? Like, don't stop talking to yourself like that. If I could change that in him now until I get to, like, you know what I mean? I used to say the same thing. Oh my gosh, I slept in, I'm so late. I'm like, all week you've been chasing your tail, and one day of the week you sleep in. It ain't a big deal. You know what I mean? You need to rest and rejuvenate just like everybody else. This is why you're able to give from your cup so freely, because you do it all week long. One day a week you sleep in, it ain't a big deal. You know what I mean? You're still taking care of your responsibilities. That's what I was telling my kids. Stop talking to yourself like that. You're not lazy. You're further from that. I'm like, you were up helping me. So don't worry about it. He's on break. So I'm not keeping my kid up. He was up by himself, but he's on break. So it's just like, he was sitting there and he was like helping me and talking with me and stuff like that. And I'm just like, no. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, don't talk to yourself like that. I'm like, you're furthest from that. You're one of the hardest workers I know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's always driven. He's always pushing himself. Like, you know what I mean? He's very driven. But I'm like, don't sit there and negatively talk about yourself. Like, you deserve a break. You deserve, to sleep in. Like, don't sit there and work yourself to, like, burn yourself out. I'm like, be kind to yourself. That is the longest relationship you'll ever have in this life, is yourself. So treat yourself the way that he treats others. He's very loving. So it's just like, you gotta change that scenario. I used to do the same thing because that's what people would call me. You're lazy. And I'm further from that. You know what I mean? So, just because people say it and that they can so freely jibber jabber in their mouth and diarrhea comes out doesn't mean what they say. Remember they were saying that earlier in the week? What they say bounces off of me and sticks onto you. They're just giving negative innuendos about themselves. What they see in themselves. I'm going to sit there and make you feel how I feel. It's like, just stick it. Keep it. If you want to live in your toxic energy, go right ahead. But, I have no place or patience or time for it. But I feel like when people give you these blessings, I know it's hard because there's so much negative energy around certain people doing it. But don't let that block blessings coming to you. Because, that's the way sometimes it happens. People do it and they're doing it from the goodness of their heart. It's not like they feel like they owe you anything. It's not like they feel like they have to do it. They do it because they're like, you know what? I want to do this. Just like you do it. You do things because you don't expect anything in return. You do it because you actually care and love, and it's coming from a good place. And they know that. They're like, you sit there and you do these things. You don't have to do it, but you still do. And they see that. You know, you don't expect anything. You're just sitting there doing it because it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Just to sit there and be like, I know when they open this, they'll love it. Hopefully. Kids get to that age where it's like, you know, it's easier to give them cash or a gift card or something so they can buy what they want. You know, but I rather them open something they want or need and you can use than me buying something that makes me feel better. You know what I mean? Like, some people do that. Or buying things that are way too small for them. I'm just like, I think you live in the Twilight Zone. You know what I mean? But it's just like, either way. See it in a positive energy, see it in a positive light, you know, that's all that matters, you know? Go from there, and honestly, I feel like, you know, they're saying you deserve all the accolades. You've been through it. It's like, you know, keep moving forward in a positive light. Don't let anyone's negative energy, you know, they're saying like bloody the water, but I feel like toxify the water. Don't let them sit there and put their negative energy around what's going on. You keep doing what you feel is right. You keep on doing what brings you light, what brings you love. You know, you'll see all the beauty and glory coming around you. I feel like, you know, you're ready to be a part of this world again. Maybe you're like myself where it's like, quote unquote, a chrysalis, or you're just at that age where it's like, you know what? Home is where the heart is. There's a reason why they say your home is your sanctuary, because when you get older, it's just like you work so hard all week. You just want to sit there in comfy clothes, watch your favorite show with a favorite beverage or a warm drink, especially in the wintertime, you know, and just have a good laugh. You know, that's what you want to do. You don't want to do anything else. You don't want to move. You don't want to do anything. You just want to woosah. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's why they say that, you know? You just want to be happy. At the end of the day, all of us, that's all we all really want. And it's like, you know what? You're not going to let anyone disturb it. So you won't let people so freely come into your life. And I feel like with this forgiveness, I feel like that's where they're saying it's severed. It's just like, that's done. You know what I mean? It's just like, we're not trying to repair this. We're not trying to sew this back on. It's done. It's like, yeah, you know, I've already forgiven you a long time ago. I've forgiven this situation, you know? But it's just like, you know, we need to move on. You know, you need to move on too. Because there's nothing more here, you know? You need to let it go. I let it go years ago. You need to let it go now. There's no point of sitting there wasting your energy thinking about a moment longer, because I haven't, you know? So that's, you know, what they did is what they did, and just move on from that. I don't feel like you should put them back in your life, but at the end of the day, it's your decision, you know? But you follow your heart. You do what you feel is best. So I feel like 333, 555 are big numbers. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Friday, November the 25th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. Have a safe and happy holiday weekend. Safe break for those that are on break. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.